Hi, and welcome to another video by Get It Done Home Repairs. Today's project is we have a stove top, and this one here is a GE called a Profile, but it's similar to most of the regular stoves out there today. You turn on the right side burners, and both right side burners ignite and light up. You turn on the left side burners, they do not ignite. You can smell gas, but they don't light up. If you hit the lighter with a match, it lights up. So we know the gas is coming through. When you turn on the right side burner, the burner then has the spark from the igniter, and it lights up the flame. The left side, when the right side is turned on, the left side does not spark. I hope you understand that. Now we go to the left side. We turn the left side burner, and I'm going to bring you in now. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about so you know. You turn on the left side burner, and as you turn on the left side burner, the left igniters do not spark, but the right igniters do spark. And what happens when you turn the stove on, whether it's a stove top or it's the entire stove, a regular stove assembly, when you turn on one igniter or to light the igniter, all four of them flash at the same time or spark at the same time. In this case, the left side is not sparking and the right side is sparking. So there's two things that can be the problem, and I'm going to bring it in there and I'm going to show you how to diagnose it and how to repair it. So first I'm going to bring it in, I'm going to show you what it's doing, and then we're going to get this job wrapped up and get our stove top back up and working. All right, so come on, I'll show you what's going on. Okay, so let's take our grates off here so you can see a little bit better. And of course, you just lift them up and out of the way. We'll do the exact same thing on the other side as well. We'll lift up this, take it off just like this, and then we'll continue. Now we can take off these, but we're going to keep these on now for the demonstration purposes. Now, if you look up underneath here, you'll see right there is the igniter, and right there is the igniter as well, and here, same thing. Okay, so that's all our igniters. So what we're going to do now is we're going to turn on our left front, and you'll see the spark jump from here to there and light it up. So let's do that. Okay, and you can see the spark. Even though we're just on that one there, you can see the spark is jumping back there as well. See? But back over there, it's not doing anything. Let me show you with this one here then. See? And you can see that one is sparking as well, right here. See? That one is. But you see over here, we have nothing right there and nothing right there. All right, so let's turn this like that. Let's turn it off, and let's open this up and continue. Now we're going to take the burner caps off. We're just going to lift them off. Make sure they're not hot because you don't want to burn yourself. We're just going to pull these over to the side like this and get them out of the way. Okay. Same thing on these. Put them off to the side. And now we have to take off, these knobs come right off here as well. You just pull them and they come right up just like that. Okay. The last one we're going to do, same thing here. You just pull them and they come right up. Now we're going to need a tool called a Torx, and this one is a T15, and we're going to need to remove these screws. Inside each one of these, there's two screws. So we're going to take these out, just like this. Make sure you use the correct tool, because if you don't use the right one and you strip it, you're definitely going to have a problem. So make sure that you use the correct tool to get these out. What I always do is I always recommend putting the screws exactly where they came out, so that way you know exactly how they're going to go back in. Okay? Okay, now these sometimes are stuck up here, so we'll just take the igniter, just move it around a little bit, and we can pull them up. Just like that. Okay. This one, the same thing. Okay, and that should give us the counter. The top should pull up so we can gain access underneath the bottom. Okay, we're going to do a little cleaning up down here because it looks like a little bit of a mess. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're just going to unplug the igniters. We're going to replace 2 of the 4 igniters. So we just take them like this, and we just pull it like that. And this one we're going to use over. This one here, we're going to use this one over as well. We're just going to take these and put them off to the side for now. Same thing here. We are going to do a little cleaning in here before we put this back together because it's a little bit of a mess. Same thing over here. We're just going to pull this igniter up. Hold the wire with your fingers. Rotate the igniter and pull it out. Same thing over here. We're going to take this out. Just like that. Same thing over here. Lift it up. Just to get the igniter up, pull the cable through a little bit, and then we're going to take this igniter and take it off as well. Take this out of the way. We're going to do a little cleaning up in here because this is quite a mess. But we'll come back to that in just a second. If they don't come off, don't worry about it. And now we can pull off this cooktop here. Be careful, you don't want to damage the wires. All right, just like that. We'll lift this off, and we'll come right back to that. Now once we have the top opened up, just so you know, I chose to replace this, this spark igniter assembly here as well. And I got the original replacement parts, just so you know. The problem is most likely the igniters, but I have it opened up. I'm just going to replace this at the same time so we get this job done and finish it off. All right, so first thing we're going to do now is we're going to unplug all of these wires. We're going to plug them back on here, and then we're going to remove these screws right here. The screws right there are 1/4 inch, just so you know. There's 2 of them here, and we're going to take this piece out, and we're going to mount this piece down inside there. Now you'll see that these numbers are all on here. There's all numbers on here. You have to make sure you plug these wires into the correct numbers. Each one is numbered 1 through 4, and the white and the red are actually N and L. So we're going to make sure we plug these into the same exact location as well. Now it is a little bit different, the configuration, but according to General Electric, the part is just a superseded part. All right, so let's take a picture of it so we have a picture to reference it by. Okay, so now that we have our picture, we're going to come in here, we're going to take out this screw here. And one more back here. And then we can take that out. And now we have this piece here is loose. Okay, and then we're going to take our new and put it back in the location from where it came, just like that. These do not have to be tight, they just have to be snug, that's all. Okay, now we're going to unplug the wires one by one, and we're going to switch them over to the correct location. This one we're going to unplug. I know I'm blocking you a little bit. And that one is the N wire. We're going to make sure we plug it into the N slot right there. This one is the L. So we're going to unplug the L. And we'll plug it back into the L, just like that. And then we're going to continue with all the others. Now this one is marked number 4. We're going to look for number 4 on here. And number 4 in this case is in the back right here. So that's what we're going to do. Number 2 and number 3. We're going to remove these. And the last one we're going to remove is number 1. And number 1 is up in this location right here. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so now we have everything switched around. Okay, next we're going to lay our cover back on after we vacuum out some of this debris inside here. And we'll clean up that cover and then we'll lay it back in. And we're going to put these back through where they previously came out, through the igniter hole, just like this. We'll bring them up like that. Okay, so now our wires are all back where they belong. Everything is on nice and tight here. Let's vacuum this out, clean it up, and then we'll put this back together. And next we're going to put our top back on here. We're going to put these wires through the holes like this on each one of them. Okay, and the last one is up front here. Just like that. Now, I'm going to lay our cooktop back on, center everything up. We're going to clean up this a little bit right here. We're going to clean these up, and then we'll put it all back together. And next we'll put our rings on, just like that. We know that one is on there already. We'll put this one here, this one here. Okay, then we'll take our burners and put them over the top, just like this. Slide it down. We're going to catch a couple of screws just by hand. We're not going to screw them in tight. We're just going to go in by hand just to catch them by a couple of threads, just so we make sure everything lines up. Okay, so now this one's caught. We're going to do the exact same thing on this one. Next, we're going to make sure that our wiring goes down where it's supposed to, is not interfering with anything, which it is. And now we're going to take our new igniters. We're going to put them on here like this, and push them in. Make sure they snap in. Same thing over here. Push it down as far as you can. These are our known good igniters, so we're going to use them over again. Push them down. Okay, nice and tight. Okay, now our igniters are pushed into where they belong. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our driver handle and we're going to screw these screws down snug. Not real tight, just snug. Okay, we will come back in here and clean this up a little bit later, but now we're just going to put our covers back on. And remember, they only go one direction on here. The knobs back on, and the knobs, you just take them and put them back on here, push them down, just like that. Same thing here. Okay, now before we put on, normally you put your grills back on here, but I just want to do this with the grills off so you can see what's going on. Okay, we're going to take this one and turn it to the light position here. Good. This one to the light. Good. Let's turn this light out here, I think. Turn this one to the light position. And this one. And that's it. All of our burners work. Let's put the covers on here and we'll finish this job off. Okay, so now we've got our burners on. Let's test it one more time, make sure we're in good shape. Okay, and that's it. All 4 burners now work. Okay, so that's it. This job is done and we're on to the next one. Now the only thing I will recommend is one thing I should have done, which I did not. I should have ordered that new harness to go with it as well, because on the igniter end itself, the rubber is starting to crack on the end of the igniter. So I will be placing an order for a new harness for this particular model, and we'll put that new harness in at a later date. But that's it. This job is done and we're on to the next. And the best thing is all 4 burners now work. All right, if you like this video and you want to subscribe, please do so down below. When you hit the subscription button, a bell will come up and you can click on that bell and you can highlight if you would like to be notified of future uploads. All right, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.